Online travel firm MakeMyTrip will acquire rival ibibo in an equity deal that will create one of the leading travel groups in India. South Africa's Naspers and China's Tencent Holdings are selling ibibo Group to MakeMyTrip in exchange for an issuance of new shares by MakeMyTrip, the company said in a statement. MakeMyTrip went public on Nasdaq in 2010. Upon closing of the transaction, MakeMyTrip will own 100% of ibibo Group. Naspers and Tencent will become the single largest shareholder in MakeMyTrip, owning a 40% stake, and will contribute proportionate working capital upon closing, it added. Additionally, prior to closing, a $180 million, 5-year convertible notes issued by MakeMyTrip to Trip.com International Limited in January 2016 will also be converted into common equity, resulting in Trip having an approximately 10% stake in the combined entity, it added. The transaction is expected to close by the end of December 2016 and is subject to approval by MakeMyTrip shareholders and regulatory approvals. Commenting on the development, MakeMyTrip founder Deep Kaur said, "We expect this deal to create an even more scalable business with the expertise to transform the booking experience for Indian travelers. I am delighted to be leading such a strong team in our next chapter of high growth in this dynamic industry. The combination will bring together a bouquet of consumer travel brands, including MakeMyTrip, ibibo, Redbus, Ride, and RightStay, which together processed 34.1 million transactions during FY 2016. MakeMyTrip